Oh, I covered my webcam. I had something like, why do I don't get an image on my screen? Oh, I had covered my webcam. See? Oh. Let me tilt my camera a little bit more. Wait, that's too much. Hi guys, I'm back after having COVID. Oh, but what I wanted to talk to you guys about is in the last couple of 3 years, I got so many questions if I want to do some design classes. At first, I didn't want to do them. And the reason why is because my English speech is not perfect. I know. And um, when you design stuff, you are going to be technical. You have different words that you don't use often in English. And also, to be honest, I have, it took me so many years to learn all the tips and tricks to design stuff. And um, so I was a little bit hesitant. I will explain all, but first let me welcome all of you. Hi, Erica. Hi, Ma. Hi, Francine. Hi, Janice. Hi, Sabram. Hi. Yeah, I'm back. The COVID has almost left my body. Oh, and the weird thing is, I had severe COVID, and Ben doesn't have anything. And I question it. I questioned it. Why? How is that possible? Why? Because I still don't smell anything. I can taste some foods, but my smell is totally 100% gone. Yesterday, I had a few hours. Yes, I know it sounds strange, but a few hours that I smelled a teeny tiny bit. I had some perfume diffusers on my bathroom, went into my bathroom, and I had something like, what's that? Do I smell something? After 2.5 weeks not smelling anything. So you still hear my voice is not completely back when I talk a lot. That's why I didn't do live streams. My voice is going to get worse and worse and worse. Um, so I'm getting there, but it's not all 100% over. And a cough. And the funny thing is, Ben doesn't have any problems at all. I'm happy about it, don't get me wrong. But I find it very strange because they say you have to go in quarantine and you have to stay away from people. And I did, even from Ben. But when I discovered that I had COVID, I already kissed him that day. And so we are like, how is that possible? But it happens a lot more. I hear it around me that one of the partners has COVID and the other one doesn't have anything. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy he's okay and that he doesn't have, because I was coughing and I was not feeling well. And yeah, we live in the same house and we don't have a large house. So uh, it's too hard to have a distance from each other. Okay, before I go into any other stuff, I like to talk about the design lessons I'm going to do. Please listen very carefully. I don't want to read your comments right away because else I would lose track of the things I need to tell you. I'm going to do 5 lessons, and at first I wanted to do 15. But the problem is, I want you guys to be happy with the lessons. That's very important to me. I can do 15 lessons without any problem telling you all about what I learned in designing. Let me be very clear. I'm not going to teach how to design stamp sets. I'm not going to teach how to design dies. That's something I'm going to keep for myself because it took me way too long to discover all ins and outs how to do them properly. But what I'm going to do is teach you how to design digital cut files. So if you have a digital machine that you would be able to do, for instance, a bow you like to make yourself in the size you want, that you can design that. Um, I have wrote down. See, that's the problem why I didn't had the guts to do the lessons, because I sometimes pick the wrong English words. And it makes me feel ashamed of my English speaking. So take that in consideration that I do not speak properly English, and that it sometimes can be confusing when I teach, because English is not my, how do you say that? Uh, it's not a language I speak every day, but I'm going to teach you how to make a bow, how to make a box, how to make a mini album, how to make a shaker, and how to make a flower set. Those 5 things I'm going to do in the first 5 lessons. For those 5 lessons, I'm going to ask €25 or $33. That's the same amount in dollars than it's in euro. The only thing I added a little bit, only $3 extra to cover the PayPal fees that I have to pay if you pay me through PayPal. So I hope you understand. So it's $25 in total for all 5 lessons. If you like to participate and join us, please send me an email. My email address is in the description box below. You don't have to be on a certain time at your computer. You can watch the lessons as much as you like, but I have to tell that it. I've done lessons in Dutch for Dutch people and Belgian people before. And what had happened 6 years or 7 years after I did those lessons, people came to me, hey, I now have time finally to look at your lessons, and they aren't available anymore. I can't help that fact. That's something that YouTube changes his rules over and over again. And so even I can't guarantee they will be available in 3 years. So if you want to look at the lessons, make sure you do that within the year. Then they will always be available. Some things are out of my control. I will put them on YouTube, but you will only be able to view them with the link I will send you if you have paid, of course. So I'm going to do a bow, a box, a mini album, a shaker set, and a flower set. So you know how to make them yourself. And in teaching how to make them, I will give you a lot of tips and tricks how to make your, for instance, your box fit perfectly. What things you need to consider when you are making a box, like the thickness of your paper, or to zoom in. All kinds of little tricks, tips and tricks that you don't think are important, but make a big difference when you put things together. So if you like to join, you can send me an email. I will answer you back with an email that I sent to everyone who um, sent me an email and tell me that you want to participate. Because Typing all individual emails will take me so much time. I will do them in English. The lessons will also be in English, but typing to each individual person is a lot. Of course, if you have questions after I send you the group email, I will answer you. That's no problem. But I'm not going to make those very long emails because that takes a lot of time. Um, and of course, always ask your questions. I rather have you ask me questions up front than being disappointed at the end. I don't want to disappoint people. That's something I hate to do. So please make sure that you have asked me all the questions you want, and I will do my best to answer them as fast as possible. And then the first lesson I will tape at Tuesday the 20th, and I will send it to everybody who paid on Thursday. So you will get one lesson a week until we have done five, all five. So, yeah. Hi, Laura. Thank you, Erica. My husband and I were sleeping in the same bed before he found out we kissed too, and my immune system is shot from chemo, and I never got it. Hard to wrap your head around it. Seema and Ben had chemotherapy too, so maybe it's something in the chemotherapy that prevents them from getting COVID. I don't know. Thank you, Nancy. Love that you are joining. So please know my English is not great. I will do my very, very, very best to make things clear. And if you received your first lesson and something is not clear in that lesson, please make sure you write me as soon as possible because I will tape the videos on Tuesday and send them on Thursday. So you will have the time from Tuesday until the next Tuesday to send me your questions. And if I think, okay, yeah, I forgot that and that's important, and or I didn't think about explaining that part, I will take that with me in the next class. So I will make sure to answer it and show you the answer to your question. See, I have to really think to put my words right. It's a specific program that we need. Or no, that's a good question, Ma. Silhouette. I use when I do the videos. I use the program a Silhouette Studio. I have business edition, and the only difference between studio and business edition is that I have a few more options in my program. But the program I'm using, the base program I'm using, is free. You don't need to own the machine to be able to download that software onto your computer. And after you're done with the classes, you can throw that program off your computer. That's no problem. It's free. You can download it. You don't have to own the machine to be able to download the software. It's free for everybody. And I will also show you a few tricks I learned as a beginner and that I think a lot of you will enjoy a lot. But, and there is a big, big but, um, the tips I will give you are just for personal use, not to go and sell things from things that you made from it. I will make it all clear in those videos, but I think it makes some things easier. For instance, if you have a person who has a specific hobby or sports and you can't find a die, but you want a kind of a ephemera piece to go with the project you are making, I will show you how to make those in a very simple way that you, I think, will be blown away by, and that you can use to put towards your project and is only for your personal use. So I have to be very clear on that, because I know from experience that some people also do that trick and then are going to sell other people's designs and stuff. It will be clear in those videos that I will make, but yeah, that's something I'm also going to talk about in those 5 classes. So, hi, crafty lady. Hi, sweetie. Can I fly to your house? Oh, Gail, you are always welcome. My voice needs to be a little bit more clear because it still suffers from the COVID I have had. Sorry. Oh, I felt sick and I had muscle pain. And oh, I had something like, I wasn't like out of breath, but I had moments that I was feeling like I was suffocating and like I couldn't get enough oxygen in my lungs. I have all my vaccinations, all 3. So I told Ben when I was at the top of being sick, I I'm so glad I took those shots, because I didn't want to experience what I had of what I would be feeling like when I didn't or hadn't take them. Why is it so hard for me to explain what I want to say? Sorry. I hope I make sense. I know I'm coming to visit you. I know you will. I know. I didn't see my mom for weeks, and as you know, my mom is partially burned, and she is doing better. But if you see the pictures, they are a little bit horrifying. So if you have a weak stomach, if you are scared easily or grossed out easily or whatever, please don't watch this part. But I will show you how bad she was, um, how bad her arm was. It's healing because she has skin. She has had skin draft surgery. But please, I'm going to show the picture now. So if close your eyes if you can't bear it. But this is how her armpit looks now, and the other one. This is the draft where her upper leg, where they took the skin draft. And let me put my screen a little bit more clear. And here you can see the armpit. And this part, they think they are going to do. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger, but they think she needs one more surgery for extra skin draft there. So, yeah, it's healing, but it will take a long, long time. And I was shocked what her leg looked like when they took the skin draft. So, you can watch again if you closed your eyes. I'm not going to show you the horrible pictures um, again. But for instance, normally my mom has half long hair, and now one side of her head is must they had took off all the hair that was burned on the side of her face. So all around me, and I get around. Oh my goodness, ma. Yeah. But yeah, so my mom is doing well because I got a lot of emails asking how my mom is doing. But yeah, she has to go twice to the burn center in another part of the Netherlands to get the proper treatment for her burned areas. but she is doing well. Ben is doing fine. He looks better than he did the last 10 years. So, yeah, I'm happy he is doing well. Is going through all of this pain. I cannot imagine. I will do. Yeah. I'm so sorry to hear you have been sick with COVID. I also believe the vaccination help with severity if you get COVID. Yeah, me too, Donna. Thank you for caring. Um, uh, the side effects I started to notice because my taste got worse. I came out of the hospital when I went in. Before I went in, I did a test. I didn't have COVID. Went into the hospital, got my bowel exam, and when I came home a few days later, I noticed that I didn't taste things that I normally did. I took a piece of chocolate and it was like I was licking a tin can. That is what it tasted like. And I had something like, why does my chocolate taste so odd? And then I had something like, do I smell anything? Because taste and smell is what they always say. And then I noticed that I didn't smell anything and I needed to go. I came home on a Thursday, and on a Saturday I needed to go to a party of my aunt who became 85. I told about in another live stream. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do a test. And it was Friday morning. I did a test. And even before the test came to the C, the T already went pink. And I was in total shock. I had something like, I have COVID? Because for 2.5 years, I didn't have COVID. I washed my hands, kept my my butt at home, not seeing any people, stuff like that. I followed every rule they talked about, and I was shocked that I had COVID. So I called our medical, yeah, we call it GGD. It's a center where you can go and get an official test. So I called them, uh, told them that the hospital wanted me to do an official test, went there in the morning, and in the evening I got back that I was positive for COVID. And I had something like, okay, I don't know what to expect. And we were afraid because Ben and my cat Lotje, they both have respiratory problems. Lotje has asthma, my cat, and Ben has a kind of bronchitis. So we were a little bit worried. And then the dripping of the nose started, my voice went down. Um, uh, in the next couple of days, I got it was like I was wobbling on my feet. Like I was drunk. I never been drunk in my life, but I think that's how it feels like. And I had some sore muscles, like I was rowing the whole day, or had rown. How do you say that in past sentence? Like I have rown all day in a boat. row the boat. That's how my upper body felt like. And then that went away. Then the coughing started, and like I was not getting enough oxygen, that feeling, and my voice, my smell, my taste. And the funny thing is, um, I ate some pepperoni with peppers. It's a kind of thing we put on a sandwich. And I had something like, normally it burns out of my mouth and I need to drink water with it. And I had something like, oh, I don't taste anything. And then I took a sip of my apple juice and I perfectly tasted the apple juice. And I had something like, that's odd. Something that's normally very hot, I don't taste at all. But something that is sweet, I can taste and fully taste. But I'm a chocolate junkie, and my chocolate tasted horrible. I had something like, oh, that I normally like this chocolate. It literally tastes like a tin can. Ugh, it was horrible. But yeah, I'm still not the chocolate. Yeah. Hi, Yvonne. So that are or were my symptoms and how I discovered it and stuff like that. But in the meantime, my brain wasn't sick enough, so I had to design stuff. If we take your class, would we be able to do it on a cricket machine? Crystal, let me be very clear on that. Yes, but I will not teach how to do it in the Cricut software. I will teach you how to do it in the Silhouette software. If you are able to convert what I do in my kind of software in your software, yes. I know they have a lot of similarities, but it's just another way to do it. But I honestly think that the tips and tricks I will teach you, you can use in your software because they all work almost the same, only other types of order where you do it in. I hope I make sense. I hope you know what I mean. But yes, because they are both cut files. Maybe I need to ungroup and you need to do another um, way of detaching stuff. That's what I meant. But I honestly think, but I have no knowledge of the Cricut software, how it is now. 10 years ago, I owned a Cricut, so I know a teeny tiny bit of the Cricut software, but that's too little to say it with 100% confidence, as you, if you know what I mean. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And then a few things I wanted to point out. Um, I've shown you this bow that I designed, and it's now available as a die set because I know a few of you were waiting for it. It's now available as a die set in the Case Craft store. So if you want to pick it up, you can find it in the Case Craft store. And yeah, I made a few other bows, and I couldn't resist showing you, but I made a crayon box, and this box will also be soon available, but at scrapdivadesigns.com. But yeah, I made a crayon box as a teacher gift. Um, but this one will also be soon available in Erica's store. Have you ever thought of making a pop-up letter dice? Making pop-up letter dice. No, I never thought of it because uh, alphabets are things that you need an alphabet for are hard to make. And the reason why is, um, how do I explain this in my best English? Um, Not all fonts are suitable or usable to make a pop up of. I hope you understand me, Fatima. I'm so sorry. Hi, Anne Marie. I received my mini bee dice yesterday. Ah, that's cute. Thank you. Thank you for your kind compliment. I hope you will enjoy them many, many times. And thank you for buying them, of course. Donna, yes, I will in the design classes. I will show you how to design something from scratch. So you don't need a certain file or anything. I will start from zero. So when I make a bow, I will start from zero. When I make a box, it will be a simple box, but I think in there are very important details to know when you want to make a proper box. Um, yes, yes, I do. I thought those would be neat. Maybe I can learn to make them. Well, the Silhouette software, if you take Business Edition, they have in there an option, and I don't know if you know, but that converts everything you make into a pop up item. It's a fun option, but I believe you need to upgrade it then to Business Edition before you have that option. So, yeah, if I want to be lazy, I can use that option, but I don't like it. I'm being a little bit stubborn and I want to design it from scratch so I know that what I sent out to the sellers is properly working, because there are a little things in the option that I think could be better, but that's my stubbornness. And I don't want to sound like I know better, but I just want to make sure that it's properly working. I have to head out, but I have to say I'm so happy to hear you all starting to feel better. Sending lots of love and good wishes. Thank you, Mine. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So, yeah, if you want to join, send me an email. My email address is in the description box below, so you know where to find it. And if I have at least 15 people, I will go ahead and make those lessons. If I do not have 15, yeah, it's too much work for me to do. It sounds very nasty. It's not how I want to come across, but yeah, they take up a lot of time because I have to go back to the beginner level and to think of all the things I didn't know back then. And it's harder if you're used to doing something. Try to go back to when you didn't know all the things you know. That's a hard thing to do. So, and that's why they will take me a lot of time to videotape. And maybe I have to do some lessons 3 or 4 times over before I'm happy enough to send them out to all of you. So that's why I do tape them on Tuesday, check them, and if I don't like them, I have Wednesday to correct the things I don't like, and then I will be able to send it out on Thursday. So I will start taping on the 20th and the 22nd. Everybody who paid and joined, etc., will get the first link from me. Please know that you have to be very, um, how do you say that? That you have to store those links very good, that you always have access to the videos, because without the link, you can't look at the videos. And I'm not always behind my PC able to resend links. So make sure that when I send you a link of lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, that you are able to put them in um, a Word file so you can always access them. Hi, I asked about the digital cupcake tray. Is it precise to cut, or have I to resize it? Nancy, it depends on what brand machine you are using my files. If you are using my files on a Silhouette Cameo, you don't have to resize it. If you use them on a Cricut, yes, you have to resize them. That's the downside of my files being used on a Cricut. They use another type of computer language, and that's why after converting, they shrink the files. So yeah, but if you use a Silhouette Cameo and you buy my files, you don't have to do anything other than just cut all the parts. That's all you need to do. So I wish you all a nice day, evening, morning. For me, it's now almost 8 o'clock, 15 minutes before 8 o'clock in the evening. And I'm going to join Ben downstairs for a cup of tea. Uh, I hope you all are doing well. I've missed you guys a lot. And soon I will show you more of what I designed. And I'm sure you will find out more because I know Chaos Craft and Script Diva 29 are producing them right now. So they will release them very soon. Dankjewel Francine, jij ook. I wish you all a nice evening and until the next time. And don't forget to email me in time if you want to join, of course. Bye.